The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is Universal.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
All right, let's do some sports concepts and rationalizations. We do it each and every morning. It's called the 10-minute drill, and at the end of the drill beef, do we have something to give away?
Always, Dan, always. This week, 'tis the season. We're making people's days with lovely floral arrangements from Kuhn Flowers.
So, a high school game so big it led Sports Center last night on Scott Van Pelt. It's Auburn and Thompson playing. There's Auburn. Thompson is the top team, the undefeated team. Auburn is up 9, ready to pull off the upset. There's a minute 14 left, and they're taking a knee, okay? They're taking a knee with a minute 14 to go because they're up 9. They have the ball, and they're going to win. So now there's 18 seconds left, and they're punting.
Mm-hmm.
And the punt is blocked and returned for a tutty. And now they're up 2 with, I don't know what, less than 18 seconds left.
It was 18, I think.
18? So they onside kick it and recover. They get 2 PIs.
The first PI, by the way, was terrible. Second one was legit.
The kicker, I use that term loosely,
Ooh.
somehow you could tell he's like probably a safety or a lineman. He's the best kicker on the team. Drills a 35-yarder that, it didn't get very high off the ground and somehow goes through the uprights, and the upset is, the comeback is
Was
complete.
in the right area of the country.
Yeah.
35 kick will get you all kinds of honors around these parts.
Oh. And they played, the game was at the University of Alabama.
I saw that.
So another tough loss for Auburn.
At Alabama.
At Alabama.
I think if I'm Auburn High School, I'm like, nah, we're not going to play there.
Yeah.
Can we move this to Legion Field,
Yeah,
please?
this isn't going to work for
Legion
us.
Field still exists.
Yeah. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. I watched the Gators basketball team.
Yes, I did too. I got instant analysis on them.
Couple notes. Who's the Russian?
He's a kid from Tennessee from a prep school via the motherland.
Did we know
Moscow.
about him?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
He's part of the recruiting class.
He
Freshman.
is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a transfer, freshman.
They talked of him, and I don't know who the announcers were, but the one announcer was telling me he is the best shooter on the floor. He shot one time, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. The Gator basketball team, again, to start the season, looks lethargic and junky and clunky, and instant analysis tells me it's another 18-13 team that will wonder if they're going to get in the playoffs. There's no grown men on the team, Dan. I'm watching other guys play. They got 6'8" guys with shoulders. We got a bunch of 6'5" guys running around. Our, quote, best player, Lewis, won't shoot the blanking basketball. How do you shoot 3 times, dude, if you're a McDonald's All-American?
Not in your second year either.
Yeah, Trey Mann, he's a second-year McDonald's All-American. He's going to shoot at 40 a game. It's pretty clear what that guy's about.
Yeah. Points.
Ball dominance.
Stats.
Meanwhile, Nimhard last night on the number 1 team in the country was the best player on the floor.
How about that?
19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, played terrifically. And I said this, I've been a big supporter of Mike White. But if the guy leads the number 1 team in the nation with 19, 7, and 6 because he didn't fit your system, maybe you're running the wrong system.
Maybe. I'm not gonna go down that road with Mike White.
No, whatever.
Yeah,
but he's fine. But they weren't impressive.
I looked up. I when I put it on, it was 12-2 Army, and I was like, oh boy. And I go, it's early. They'll storm back. Army's not.
No, they've got a good
terrible.
For Army standards. They got a good team. It got started with
shout out Doc Murphy.
Well, it was an important season opening win over the Merchant Marines. I think that kind of set the tone.
The tone for
them. But
them.
they did beat Buffalo, who's a MAC team, who's pretty good.
But nonetheless, are they a veteran team? Army? They've been around a while. Seems like it. But they gave Florida all it could handle, and the Gators, I tell you, the disappointing thing for me was Omar Payne, the other kid from Michigan, played more than him. And Omar Payne, it doesn't look to me like he's
any better.
He had the one game last year.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's touched a basketball since the season ended.
Yeah, so that wasn't good. I didn't like that. I noticed that. And then when I watched, and you corrected me because I was flipping back and forth between that and football. But the Appleby kid, when I watched, was awful.
Yeah, well, he didn't.
And I guess he sparked him a little bit in the second half.
All 15 in the second half, and he was 4 of 6. He was good. He's going to be the backcourt's going to be the strength. Him, Locke, Mann.
Yes.
I tell you who's got, and he should. He's 4'0" is Quez Glover's getting cycled out.
Yeah.
But again, that's a guy we had to turn to last year as a true freshman.
For sure.
Listen, there is a value in but he's got 2 McDonald's All-Americans, bro. I mean, this team should be better.
Well, the basketball school down I-10 made its debut and looked pretty good.
Yeah, and ranked 22nd is a joke. I don't know how with a straight face the basketball voters look at it that way.
Their 6'9" guy.
Yeah, Scotty Barnes was.
He didn't have 8
points, but you can tell.
But he had, he
like
had
6
points
and
and
6,
assists and rebounds. He almost had a triple-double.
Yeah.
Which is rare at FSU.
Sure.
So he's going to be
But it's funny, you look at the
legit.
roster, there's a bunch of guys that if you're a casual basketball, if you're an FSU basketball fan, you don't have to text me. What are you talking about? This guy were all on the team last year.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
It is the most you read the roster, the MJ Walker is the only one that that rings a bell.
Mm-hmm.
And Barnes, obviously.
Yeah.
They're going to be good again, though.
There was a trade yesterday in the NBA, a blockbuster trade, and maybe I'm an idiot, but winner Wizards by far.
You say winner Wizards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the opposite.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're just going with addition by subtraction then, because we
No.
have no idea what John Wall hadn't played in about a decade.
Well,
and a number one pick means nothing in the NBA. We know that. I mean, if you're picking 15th, 16th, 17th, so what? Russell Westbrook is a great player. I mean, he can do it all. I mean, you can say what you want about Russell Westbrook. It doesn't. To me, Houston is basically just going to let James Harden win scoring titles and do what they do. I didn't get that at all with Washington and Houston really wanting John Wall. So it was Westbrook for Wall and a first-round pick, right? Is that correct? And I don't know. For Washington, I'll take a shot with Westbrook and Beal versus
to me,
Wall. Is Wall going to play this year? Is he healthy?
I assume he is.
Yeah. When was the last time he played, Pross?
He went out, I believe, in kind of the middle of the 2018-19 season, and then he wasn't playing last year.
And he re-injured? Yeah,
I think it was an Achilles. He's not the scorer that Russ is, but he's an assist guy. The guy averages in his career 9.2 assists. I mean, they're similar players.
He played half a year in 17-18.
Right.
Half a year in 18-19.
Right.
Didn't play this year.
Correct.
Okay.
But he's 30 years old. I mean, in some ways that could be beneficial. I doubt he's injured right now.
Yeah.
They would have made the trade. So
I
get
would
that he hadn't
assume.
played. He's also on terrible teams where it doesn't matter if he plays.
Yeah.
John Wall's a good player. I like John Wall, the player, but I don't think it's fair to worry about the injury prone. He missed all of last year. He's had plenty of time to get better. He's when he plays, he's proven he's going to get you 20 points and 9 assists and 4 rebounds.
All right.
So I look, at some point, Dan, it has to be recognized and noted that I missed. What did Houston do last year in the playoffs with Russ?
Oh, it was 1 year.
Right?
But yeah.
What did they do with Chris Paul? They were better.
Yeah.
You're better when you get rid of that guy. Was Oklahoma City not better last year with less talent? You could argue they weren't any worse.
Yeah.
I mean, Russell, again, Westbrook is a good player. I'm not saying he's not.
Jeff, he's a great player.
Yeah, but Dan,
But you can do the one-loss thing all you
I'm
want.
not
That's
the one
fine.
loss. I'll take a different angle.
Uh-huh.
I believe, and I don't know because it would take 10 other ball hogs to prove this.
Yeah.
I believe that there are a number of players in the NBA that if they approached every game in possession like Russell Westbrook, could put up similar numbers. That's why.
Who are the NBA ball hogs that you speak of?
Harden.
Yeah.
Westbrook.
Yeah. So that wasn't going to work.
Well, I guess not. Listen to me, dude. All you need to know about Russell Westbrook, he played on a team with Kevin Durant and took more shots than him. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant's better than him. That's what you're dealing with Russell Westbrook. Now, that hurts you, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, to me,
it's kind of a
I'll
wash.
say this.
I didn't think that the Wizards stole the trade. I think the Wizards will be worse than Westbrook. He'll leave a calamitous, path. And, he'll be unhappy because he's on a losing team, and he'll go into the year and with a pledge to average 40, 30, and 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel sorry for Bradley Beal, who plays hard. He's a good player. Now he's stuck with that guy, dribbling down the clock and hoisting it up every other possession.
I think Harden's far worse in terms of doing that than Westbrook.
Westbrook takes the most. Here's the thing with Harden, though, Dan.
Yeah.
He's a good shooter.
Yeah.
So if he's a ball hog, at least he's productive. Russ can't shoot.
Yeah.
He pulls up from the outside and clanks it. What is Russell? Are you looking at Russ's stats or Harden's?
I had walls up.
Yeah, I need to know what Russell Westbrook shoots from three-point land.
Well, let's look.
And,
Anyway.
and like the bulk numbers, I mean, oof. Anyway. Again, it's two teams that now become inconsequential.
That was my point.
You know,
Houston is the one that was, quote,
and again, if
knocking on the door, and they ain't knocking no more.
Can you not at some point determine that you can't win with James Harden? How many years does it take?
Russ shot. Now, what do you want, 2-point or 3-point?
The three-pointers are the one that stand out to me as egregious. The guy just jacks them up left and right.
Yeah, he's under 30%.
Yeah. That's
now, he's had a year where he hit 34%.
Okay, the under 30. And how many
in his career, he's 30%.
And how many a game does he take in his career?
3.7.
Yeah.
Makes 1 out of 3. 1 out of 4. Well, 1.1 out of 3.7.
Yeah.
But he shot 51% from the 2-point last year.
Yeah, well, he drives and scores.
Yeah. I mean, but it's not like he shoots a lot of them.
I just don't like the way he just helter-skelter runs up and down and scowling and this and that and not winning and having Kevin Durant being up 3-1 and can't finish and blaming everyone else. It's just annoying.
That's fine.
Yeah.
To me,
it's kind of a wash to me. It's two inconsequential teams, and this is the end. Congratulations, Russ. You think well, at least you get now a year of irrelevance. See how that treats you. I mean, you've been on good teams.
He probably won't be long for the Wizards either.
Probably not.
Well, it's happening.
What's that?
In college football.
Here it comes. I told you. Did I predict this?
The table has been set.
I don't know what to tell you.
Do I get a?
What do you mean I predicted it, and now you're telling you. Now you're taking a shot at me because I got something correct. I don't understand. You should be sitting there going, "Dang, Hicken is prophetic." Wow. When it comes to college football, I just want to say this, ladies and gentlemen: Dan Hicken is a brilliant man. That's what you should be saying instead of, "Did I predict this? That moron! I knew he'd pat himself on the back."
That's true. That's kind of almost a direct quote. Were you listening?
And what we're talking about is Michigan and the Ohio State, which we don't know, but we do know that Michigan will not be playing football this weekend. They have gone ahead and postponed their game. I don't want the Michigan AD talking about me like he talked about Herbie.
Well, I'm going to quote the Michigan AD because he would say the exact same thing to you if he were listening.
I understand.
You ready?
Yes.
Quote. To insinuate that, to say something other than that, is a statement by a fool. It is something that I can tell you how embarrassed I am for the Big Ten Conference to have one of our representatives who played this game to say that about any team in this conference and to say it about college football and the student athletes around this country who are trying to play games during a pandemic is ridiculous and sad.
Yes.
So you are a ridiculous and sad fool, according to the Michigan AD.
According to the Michigan AD.
Yeah. And I agree with him.
That's fine. I will gladly stand next to Herbie and as the voices of college football.
Herbie, by the way.
Him on the national level, me on the Jacksonville level, and tell everybody what's going to happen.
Well, Herbie, much smarter and humble than Dan, immediately backed off when he realized what an asinine thing it was to say.
Not me.
Yeah.
I'm staying
correct.
I'm staying true.
And that's why he's on SportsCenter and you're on 1010.
Well, that's the reason. But people respect the truth, and I'm a truth teller.
No, you said, for the record, guys, in case you're catching up late, Dan said that Michigan would intentionally say they have the coronavirus so they wouldn't have to play. That's not what I said. That is what you said.
No, what I said is if I were Michigan,
okay, well, there you go.
We would stick it to Ohio State like it's never been stuck before in the 100 and whatever years of the rivalry and say, yeah, listen, guys, we're not going to be able to go this week. We're really sorry. And then there's no game, and then Ohio State has only 5 games, and guess where they can't go? The Big Ten championship game. It'd be fantastic.
It'd be so good.
It'd be so good. Why can't we embrace that?
Kirk Herbstreit's over here clinging to his precious integrity, and Dan Hicken trying to get that Skip Bayless, but he's just going to keep firing takes.
I'm firing takes, looking for some Skip money is what I'm doing. Is there anything wrong with that? What asinine fool.
Let's get paid.
Let's get money. Let's go bank. We want some bank here. It'd be fantastic. Why not?
I don't know what to tell you.
Harbaugh's on his way out the door anyway. Be the final salvo.
Why not? Stick it to him one last time out the door.
I mean, we're not going to Italy in the spring. We got no trips planned. Let's kill it.
Guys, we're not going to do our spring getaway to Venice this year. Sorry.
Yeah.
Harbaugh.
I've got one. I love the Jags. I love my Jags. I love having NFL football in Jacksonville. I got one little, and I know that their website is, there to pump up the team, so to speak, and I'm fine with that, But one small little criticism there, who they're propping up for the Pro Bowl, even though the Pro Bowl doesn't matter. Jimmy Robinson, definitely a Pro Bowler. He should get the check, right?
All right.
You want to run Logan Cook out there? That's fine. Seems like he's punted and kicked off very well. Miles Jack, highly rated on your PFF stuff, and by all accounts has had a good year. And let's leave it at that. But let's not put Chark and Cole in there.
Yeah, that's kind of silly.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, is this a real thing anyway, or is it just
it's
like
their,
a talker?
It's their deal. It's fine. But I'm just saying you can't. No. Again, those guys shouldn't be up there. Those guys have not had. Where are they in terms of yards or catches, Pross, in the National Football League this year? In the top 20?
No. What are you, crazy?
Well, let's find them.
That can't be in the top 20. What are we doing? No.
Let's do yards.
Yeah.
Number one is
I got to be
DK
honest.
Metcalf.
With all
Number two
due
is Tyreek
respect to
Hill.
whoever's having a good year, we have nobody that deserves to be in the Pro Bowl.
No, that's fair.
Maybe James Robinson,
Yeah.
maybe, but I
Yeah.
bet you can find legitimate, candidates that would barely keep him out.
Yeah. DJ Chark is 41st in yards with 534.
Okay,
and he's got 41 catches.
Well, if we go 20,
41st.
if we go 20 deep on each side of the field, then he'll get some reps.
Well, if we keep going down, I guess, right? And Keelan Cole's behind him. So,
again,
Keelan Cole's not even in the
does
top
this come
50.
from our organization,
Yeah.
from the fan base? How's
It's
this?
our organization.
Yeah, our organization is the worst in the league, Hick.
No, this is their PR. I understand the point, but I just
No,
they
you
shouldn't-
the PR is about as adept as
They shouldn't put those guys up there.
Right. It's
That's
about as adept as the personnel department and the coaching.
It should have those
Yeah,
guys.
if you
That's my
say
only
that
thing.
those guys are Pro Bowls, you lose all credibility in the future about who you think on your team is a Pro Bowler. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Let's wrap with this, and we'll head to break. Just a baseball note. And, Beef, you had predicted to me that you thought Schwarber would get non-tendered, and you were correct about that.
Yeah, he's just.
But here's
$8
what
million is too much.
This is just a small little tidbit and
A little bit of tid.
a little bit of tid. Old Mets versus new Mets. We're paying the useless Steven Matz $5.1 million this year. We kept him.
Nice.
We tendered him.
Good.
He was
Yeah, he was bad.
beyond bad last year.
Correct.
But this is a good sign, I think. And I'll tell you why. Because you take him to spring training, you can cut him and you save. You only have to pay him like $900,000 if you cut him. You see what he's got. You see if he makes any improvements. You see if he can help. And it's another arm. So you got nothing to lose is my point. And if he does pitch, like if you went back to the year before, second half of the year, 3 ERA. So, there's times where he's –
Yeah, those are the most frustrating of all.
Yeah, and trust me, my first thought is, what are you doing? But then I thought about it. It's $5 million. We got nothing to lose here, basically. So it's a good move in essence. It's kind of weird, but it is. Like, if I were you, is there someone ready to take Schwarber's spot?
At $8 million, I'll take literally anyone else.
Well, see, I don't worry.
He hit a
I
buck
like the
88,
fact-
Dan.
I understand that. But what did Javi hit?
They all sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Trade them all.
yeah. So
They cratered. They all cratered
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
It was gross.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying.
But Schwarber's been trending down
Yeah, I'd rather
for years.
be on the books. The money's not an issue, I guess.
Yeah,
is what I'm
well,
saying.
for them
And
it
I
probably
like that.
is. Especially baseball
but
this
it
year.
shouldn't be for them.
Well,
It
this
shouldn't
year
be, but
with
they're acting like it is.
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
what I mean. That's a little bit
That's
different.
fair. All
Because
right.
they have paid other guys, in some cases, too much. Anyway. All right, that's the 10-minute drill. Hick, tell them what to do now, and we'll visit with Doc Kevin Murphy, get inside the injury report, a thick report for the Jags this week and for some other teams as well.
Well, call 641-1010 right now. Jump the gun.
Yeah.
Be the first caller.
Oh.
And Beef, tell them what they're going to take home.
The first caller at 641-1010, Dan, is going to take home, or brought to them, I should say, a lovely floral arrangement from our friends over at Kuhn Flowers. So call now.